Let's talk about Daniel Jones and the New York Giants. This team's in a very interesting spot. They made the playoffs last season after a lot of people counted them out. Not only did they make the playoffs, they won a playoff game against the Minnesota Vikings. And they are in a crowded division in the NFC East with teams like the Dallas Cowboys, Philadelphia Eagles, and the Washington Commanders. I do think the New York Giants will be better than what they were last season for all the things they've done in this offseason. They picked up some guys in free agency. They picked up some guys in NFL draft that should help out this Giants team, and they should be more explosive offensively. The only thing that bothers me is the fact that they're in a crowded division, but they can definitely compete within this division. Their defense was very good last season and should take another step for this upcoming season. And that's what I want to start with is their defense. Wink Martindale played a phenomenal hand last season in getting this defense to being very good. You have guys on this team that are still extremely young, like Kayvon Thibodeaux and Deonte Banks. Now, Deonte Banks, he's a rookie. You select him in the first round. He's a corner that can play man-to-man very good. Him and Adoree Jackson. He's going to come in and help out this secondary with guys like Xavier McKinney as well at that free safety position. And why getting Deonte Banks was so good for this team? This is a team that loves to blitz. They love to send the house, and they need to have fast, athletic corners out there that can hold their own, especially in the division. They have a lot of good wide receivers such as Terry McLaurin and such as CeeDee Lamb and A.J. Brown. So you're bringing in these corners here that can play very good man-to-man coverage. That's going to help out this entire defensive system. And they also went and traded for Isaiah Simmons from the Arizona Cardinals, who could play some safety. He could play some linebacker for you as well. I trust Wink Martindale to figure out how to use this kid. He was not used in the right situations with the Arizona Cardinals. I expect for him to be a big playmaker for this team. And you look at the defensive front that they have. They are very good up front. Dexter Lawrence is a very good defensive tackle. Leonard Williams is a very good defensive end as well. You have two guys that can go in, stop the run, can push the pocket, and they can put a lot of pressure on the opposing quarterback. Kayvon Thibodeaux is a very explosive defensive lineman as well that can go and put on pressure as well, and he's very versatile. So I look at them on the defensive line. They can move some guys around, and they can create a lot of havoc up front, and they can stop the run. And you bring in Bobby Okereke from the Indianapolis Colts. It solves that linebacking need that they had last season. They had to have Jalen Smith out there in the middle of their defense. And this is no disrespect to Jalen Smith, but he wasn't good. I think Bobby Okereke could come in and he could fill in that need of being a good run stopper, being a guy that's good in coverage, and will give them immediate help on that defensive end, especially when it comes to tackling in space and being able to cover those running backs and doing some things of that nature. So their defense should be better than what it was last season, and they have a lot of good young players as well, especially if it can stay healthy. Now, their offense found a way to be very good, considering the fact their wide receiving core wasn't that good due to injuries, and they did not have the fastest wide receivers on the field. Going out and training for Darren Waller, the tight end from the Las Vegas Raiders, that's a very good move. If he can stay healthy, he could be a top receiving tight end in the NFL. The only problems have been injuries with him in the past, but when he's been able to stay on the field, he's been a very good tight end. You also have guys like Isaiah Hodgins from last season, the last couple of games. He proved that he could be a very good starting wide receiver for this team. Darius Slayton had a very good season last season as well. Wan'Dale Robinson didn't play many games last season. He tore his ACL, but he's a rookie from last season that made some key plays when he was in the game. So you're bringing in a healthy wide receiving core around Daniel Jones. That should definitely help out with this team and should definitely help out with them being more explosive. This is a team that lacks speed and athleticism offensively on the perimeter, and matching that in with Saquon Barkley, who is one of the best running backs in the NFL, would definitely help out Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones last season had a career year. He didn't have that many passing touchdowns, but his rushing touchdowns and his rushing yards prove that he's one of the best dual threat quarterbacks in the game. Just continue to use him in that same situations as they were last season, and will open up things for other guys with this team. Just imagine how good this offense will be if Daniel Jones is able to replicate what he did last season with these weapons around him. Now, the offensive line, they definitely have to play better. Andrew Thomas is a franchise tackle for sure. John Michael Schmitz is a brand new center with this team. You draft him this year. I think that he's going to come in and help out as well, especially in the pass blocking situations. Evan Neal is a right tackle they selected last year in the first round with Kayvon Thibodeaux. He showed a lot of good things on film, but he did struggle his rookie season last season. I think that he has potential to be a good tackle with this team. If he can play better and he could be showing signs of being a franchise tackle with this team, and you paired it up with Andrew Thomas, if they can just get both of these tackles going in the right direction, this would be a very scary team to face. But obviously you need Daniel Jones to continue to play like he's a franchise quarterback. You paid him that long-term extension. Saquon Barkley is on a 1-year franchise tag type of deal. It's $11 million instead of the $10 million. That's definitely going to help him go out there and play with more of a chip on his shoulder. He's still a top running back to have with these wide receivers with this team. Expect for the New York Giants to make a lot of noise in the NFC and expect for them to still be a dangerous team in the NFC East. But I want to ask you guys this. Is this still a playoff caliber team like how they were last season, or will they take a step back and was last year just an outlier? If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, hit the like button. Most importantly, I want each and every last guys stay safe, stay positive. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Peace.